Okay, folks, we are back for top 8. I'm here with Bear X Bear again, and this is going
Well,
to be interesting. We've got top 8. These guys have made some money already. I think a couple hundred, $100 already. They're playing for 100 more, something like that. Honestly, I forgot how much. It's a lot of money. That's all I know. Um, so yeah, this is going to be really cool. Uh,
are we spoiling Dex yet, or are we keeping it a surprise?
Well, let's talk about the top 8. How about that? We've
Okay.
got a
All right.
really interesting top 8 breakdown. We've got two Phantom Knights. Um, we've got two Drytron. Crazy. Two Drytron, two Phantom Knights, two Strikers as well. One Bird Up deck. And I'm looking at the last one here. One Bird Up and
And
one
one
Dragon
Dragon
Link.
Link. Yeah.
So if we look at what entered, by the way, if we look at what entered a while ago here, we had 19% Sword Soul. So 20% of the entries were Sword Soul. None of them. We had 14% Lyraless Tri Brigade. It only makes up 12.5% of the top cut, which I guess is about right. We have a bunch of Invoked, Dogma, DP stuff. None of them made it. Eldritch, none of them made it. 8 Phantom Knights, 7% of the total entries. 2 made it. 6 Dragon Links, 1 made it. 6 Sky Strikers, 1 made it. And 33% of the other decks. Unfortunately, we don't have any from the other category making it, which is sad. But other than that, I guess it's okay. So I guess we didn't see any Sword Soul. I mean, how do you feel about that? Is that like is Sword Soul just bad, or what's the deal here?
I wouldn't say it's bad. Maybe it just depends on who pilots the deck, right? Because it's not to say like there's obviously a skill differential between players. Like obviously, people that make top 8 are really good players, but maybe just the people that entered the tournament with Sword Soul weren't as good as the people that make top. I don't know. Like I'm trying to not be rude about it. I don't know how to put it nicely, but just to be blunt, maybe the pilots just weren't very good at Sword Soul. And there's also the possibility that there's always a chance that you just go to a tournament, you don't perform well, like you break, something happens. Like it's just part of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So honestly, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's not a good deck, but
Well, I will
it's
say
weird to see it not convert.
I would love to see how many token collectors there were running around. No
Mm-hmm.
Sword Soul. I don't know about top 16, Rodrigo, but definitely not in top 8. And top 8's where all the money is made. You can get like a buyback for your mat or $20 for top 16. But here we are. We're gonna get into this match here. I believe we're gonna see Striker versus Birds. I don't know who is playing what though. So we
Ready for
got
Striker.
Small World. So if this is the bird deck, we're gonna see something into Dinotherium into probably a starter bird, most likely. Let's see what we got here. So okay, we're gonna see Nib into Dinotherium. No what in top 8? Exactly, no Sword Soul in top 8, even though it was the most represented deck before. We're gonna see Banish Nib. Nib is gonna banish Dinotherium. This is a pretty cool trick here. They both match on 600 defense, which is one of the reasons I like to play Nib main deck with Small World, because
Mhm.
it's even a combo starter. Crazy. Um, ooh. So we're gonna see the Cobalt Sparrow being added. Now I play this deck a lot, so I know a lot about Bird Up. And he could have searched Fractal here, but Fractal plays much harder into an Imperm, for example, because if you Imperm this Warbler, like or Veiler, for example, then then this thing is just stuck in your grave. Whereas a lot of times you'd rather just be able to normal it to go for the bird, a bird
Mhm.
Xyz. But we're gonna see a Veiler on the Cobalt, which is fine. Um, the
Just remembered. Aren't you like one of the first people to bring this deck into the TCG too?
well, sort of. I definitely stole it from Kyle, my friend Kyle.
Mhm.
But yeah, I definitely, I just happen to have a YouTube channel. That's why, right? So I got lucky on that front. You and I. Sometimes you're just lucky and you have a YouTube channel.
Fair enough.
And so he's gonna boost himself. Wow, that's risky. I personally am not a fan of boosting myself turn one. Because there are some crazy people running Ghost Ogre. I saw it today on stream. Um, so okay, Ash here. That's pretty
Mhm.
good. I like how Zolka is playing this. He had the Ash and the Veiler, so he's just going to stop both searches. Not going to bother trying to stop the effect of the Warbler because, he's got stuff for both of the searches. Okay. So that's just a pass. That's just a pass.
Terraform. I'm most likely going to search the area 0 here
Yeah,
because
we're
there's no
probably gonna
point.
see
Yeah.
area 0. I agree. I mean, just because you're ahead right now as a striker player. Yep, exactly. Area 0. Good
Yeah.
call. Oh, hits him with a droll. Okay. Main deck droll and nib in Lampy's deck here. But still, can he get to Ray? That is the $1 million question, right? Oh my gosh, the answer is no.
Ooh.
Set 2. Wow, if this Recital Starting lives, that's huge. He can't even kill it. That's huge. Oh
So
man.
the thing with Striker is there's a good chance that he has
Oh,
normal summon
no,
Celestial.
he has to kill this. I agree. He has to kill this. Like, if he lets us live, it's game over, right? That could threaten Zeus. That's gonna get Search. So okay. Normal Sun Celestial. So there goes the DP axis, but Celestial, the hero that he needs right here. It's not Ray. It's doing a decent impression of it, but it's not Ray herself.
I think an interesting thing to think about here is that normal summoning Celestial probably gives away a lot. Because I think at this point you can probably determine that there's a good chance that those 2 set cards aren't Striker spells. Because otherwise they're just completely dead in this scenario.
Agreed.
Or they could be bluffs
Well,
too.
yeah, they could be bluffs, and he might not have anything else. Lampy, his best card is a Tri Brigade, or Barrel Canary, or Bird Call. But if he doesn't have either of those, it's gonna be bad. Oh my god. Well, speaking of the devil, here comes Barrel Canary. I think that might have been a top deck Barrel Canary. Actually, I definitely know it's a top deck Barrel Canary because he would have used it last turn. So he's gonna target the brown, which makes sense here. I mean, this is just the power of Barrel Canary and the new support. You know, it's just so good in situations like this. SD says, Yishan, you've been washed since Grand Manju fell off. Sort of true. You know, sort of true.
Harsh.
That's harsh, but sort of true. Hey, we're not, hey, I topped some events without Grand Manju, so I wouldn't say washed, right? I'm clean, though. Unless you're saying I'm washed because I'm clean, then I'll accept that. But we're going to see, okay, Barrel, this is going to resolve. Ugh. Yeah, you hate to see it. I think this is crazy. That was a nice top deck from Lampy there. So, okay. What will he go for here? What will he go for? What do you think those sets are? Barry, you think they're, well, if they're not bluffs, what do you think they could be? Because we see a 50 card or not, a more than 40 card striker deck.
If I had to guess, I think one of them is Imperm. More than 40 cards and Strikers kind of iffy. It makes me kind of think that it's not a going first build. I could be completely wrong. I didn't look at the players list, but I don't see why you'd be playing more than 40 and going first. So I can't imagine that it's anything other than Imperm.
Oh, he's got
Okay.
TC Huge here. Huge. Huge. Not over, though. The question is, do you attack next turn? Let's just assume Zilkit doesn't draw Ray, for instance, right? Do you attack next turn? I don't know. It's hard to say. Because you want to sort of keep the Winged Beast, although I guess you force your opponent to attack into you. Really interesting here. So he's going to think on what to send. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, probably. Yeah, I would just send that as well. Okay. So, I guess it was TC Boo. That's pretty good in this.
That's interesting to see them on over 40 for sure, though.
Yeah, yeah. Over
I feel
40
like
with
usually
TC Boo.
Yeah, that's usually the biggest argument. It's like, hey, you're playing 3 TC Boo, but like, if you're not, it's not searchable. You know what I mean? So playing over 40 significantly reduces the chance that you're gonna open it.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. So this is. Let's see what Lampy could be thinking about here. He's got Nerfle on hand, which he can't summon. He could change this barrel to attack, but remember he's locked this turn, so it wouldn't really be wise. So he just passes here. I wonder what that last card in hand is. So best draw is Ray. We know basically DP access is gone. Can he? He's gonna try to get Celestial. Okay. So here's the big hit, Nib. Oh, he got the Rose. He got the Rose. That's a starter. Okay. The Celestial's gonna get sent to the grave. So he's under his own TC Boo though, so he's not like over.
Yeah, so Do we just Hayate poke here? Is that the play?
Hayate poke. It's in a
Oh, he
prosperity
has
first.
cross.
Look for stuff. Okay, this I like this. This sort of there's some ideas here. He's gonna look for stuff. Yeah, but like that's interesting. Because I agree. Because yeah, he can't switch striker links. He can go into one striker link, but he can't
He's
switch.
banishing 6, by the way, in striker.
6. Yeah, this is. I mean, this is common, but he's really looking for something. Um, is Hornet drones what he wants? Hornet drones would let him make like a link 2. We've got a bunch of hand traps and a ray. Now, I wonder if it was better to prosperity first. Because the cards go on the bottom as well, so you're like more likely to. I don't know. It's hard to say, but now it's close. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. But okay.
So he's gonna take the hand trap to be safe. I was thinking about the link play, but honestly, I assume at this point he banished all his link twos, like anything like Verte, plus the Celestials in grade 2, so I don't think anything would have been alive.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, you might. It might be Shizuku actually. Yeah, Shizuku makes the most sense
Oh.
here because it gets a striker spell, and he can't switch. So I think this makes the most sense because Nerval is going to put pressure next turn because it technically can summon like maybe a double Dragon Lord to try to bounce the TC Boo here.
Yeah.
So that does make certainly some sense here. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what sort of Lampy needs here to have a chance in this duel. We know there's an imperm there, right? So that imperm is probably going to hit the Nerval. Let's see here. Let's see. We've certainly
I wonder what
got.
that one unknown can be too.
Yeah, I'm wondering too. I'm thinking maybe it's like part of the artifact package, perhaps. I don't know though. It's hard to say. It's like a big deck, so there could be a lot of different packages in it.
Oh, that's actually something I didn't think about. So maybe there's a good chance that they're playing over 40 to reduce the chance of seeing something like Scythe. That's actually pretty good point.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's why. You know, the artifact package, they play a lot of stuff. Okay, here comes Nerval. He can't legally banish 4 because Shireg is also a winged beast. But he can banish 2 to try to go for double Dragon Lords here. So he's gonna go droplets, send Shizuku. Does that mean he has another starter in hand? Oh no, well, he has Ray. Sorry, he has Engage. Is that the third spell?
Yeah.
That is third spell. Okay. So it's not. Well, we know it's imperm. Oh, that's pretty good, right? Because I was thinking if I would have preferred to see the.
Imperm, right?
Well, it's hard to say because he wants to get the third spell, so I'm okay with the droplets. What I'm saying is like obviously the play now would be to link for Almirage exactly, and then go search like a Karis maybe, but he might just have to go for like a Fractal here. What he would really like is. Yeah, it's either Fractal or Karis. I'm not sure which one you go for here. Because if you summon Karis, you know it's just going to get impermed when you try to banish 4. We are seeing the Link Karibo instead of the Almirage. Which makes it's only bad if you draw a kit as your brick opening hand. Like you're like, damn, I can't even use this kit. But
yeah, that's interesting. You'd imagine they use Almirage because it's more versatile. Because like we talked about it earlier, but the extra space is so tight in that deck too.
yeah, it also has. I find the Almirage effect that stops like pops is a little bit more relevant too. But Link Creepo can be used more. So he's going to go for Fractal. So yeah, it's hard to commit into a Karis here because you know that that's an imperm.
They can't even carry us here under Tikaboo. Oh wait, no, they can't. Wait, I'm tripping. I confused with something else. Yeah. No,
And Karis would be good because it could summon the Shireg and out the Tikaboo. But we know he has imperm. But now I think it's like it's Ash or bust basically because this engage has 3 spells in grave. And
it's going through. So it's gonna be tough.
yeah. So okay. Here comes the engage. That's going to get the raid. That's going to draw a card. This is going to be a double engage turn. That's going to be a +4 or something like that. So, get ready. Get ready for the value here. We got Area 0 on raid, Chain Ray, think lots of Yu-Gi-Oh players have seen this combo many a time. Did
Oh, he didn't resolve to
did we
0.
even resolve the area 0?
No.
Oh, okay.
Awkward.
Uh, yeah, that was a little strange. Listen, if I was a striker player, I want the free card.
I think you got a little too excited there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he already declared it, so he sort of has to activate it here.
Mm-hmm.
Bricks anyway, so not really much changed. I guess we know striker player is running Rhoda, Ash, and Droplets. Not really any great information for Lampy there. Really good idea to pay attention, by the way, to Area 0 reveals. You can learn stuff.
Yeah,
Sorry,
for
I'm
sure.
very nervous. Listen, it's okay. I know there's a lot of money on the line. A lot of money on the line here. Understandable nerves. Yeah, okay. So Lampy says, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch this engage. Draw another 4 more cards. Let's just go to the next game.
See, it's funny. Like literally before we started commentating this future match, I was like, "This matchup sucks for striker." Unless, of course, you open Tikaboo, then the matchup gets a lot easier.
Yeah, and two hand traps with a Tikaboo. And I gotta say, the Celestial was a hero. There's Celestial.
Yeah.
He was a hero.
Yeah.
He's like Ray, right? Because he's got 100 more attack and 100 less defense. But if you combine the two, it's still 3,000 total. So it's about and it's level 4 and it's dark and they're both warriors. I'm basically just saying they're the same card. And yeah, it's really, that was a hero Celestial if I've ever seen one.
Celestial is Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Celestial is Bay. Okay, so game 2, we're probably gonna see Lampy go first again, but we're gonna see probably some backer removal now from the side deck. D Crows, really great against the striker matchup. Get rid of that engage, and then also gets rid of DPE. But again, striker probably running a lot of hand traps, so it's gonna be tough to combo through them. If you can just get a decent board, if you just get that Apex Avion out, oh, that's where you want to be. You know,
see the same start here with Small World.
Yeah, Small World. He probably doesn't have Nibiru in his deck though anymore.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be
I'd
something
imagine you
else.
side that out.
He's got the Alpha. Ooh, so okay, 3K. This is a beast. This still goes to Dynatherium. Interesting. So it's like a side deck card that goes into Dynatherium as well. I really got to take a look at Lampy's list after this. This is really interesting. Got the Alpha Master of Beasts. Okay, so yep, I'm gonna grab the Warbler again. It's like running 9 Warblers in your deck basically. But yeah, we'll have to see if Zilkia has the outs here. It's got Tenki, so we got Fractal Warbler here. The question, though, the $1 million question is, do you send like a bird, right? Because then you're playing hard into Valor and Imperm. Now, if your hand's good enough, you don't really care. So he's gonna send the bird. He's just going for it. I like it. I don't care. $200 on the line, whatever. Oh, it's resolving. Here we go, folks. It's time. Let's combo. There's no droll. The only thing that you can get hit with at Nib, and at this point, Nib doesn't really, it's not enough. Which is crazy to say, but this is like the strongest opening, I think, probably in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, if it resolves. Yeah. So, yep, we're gonna see this. We're gonna see the combo. So basically, you're gonna see 2 Recital Starlings. Gonna go into an F0. And we'll see how he wants to play the combo. I'm curious, there's many different variations of the combo, right? If you want to end with Oath, you're gonna have to get Kit at some point and banish 4 for Shireg, usually, to search your Keras. But not everyone's doing that, and not everyone's running Oath. We'll have to see if Lampy is on the Oath. He's gonna go for Barrel Canary. Makes some sense here. If he gets interrupted, for example, with like an Imperm on the kit's pretty powerful, then he might get interrupted. We already know he has Nerve on his hand. He would have searched it if he didn't have it. So, okay, here it is.
I gotta ask you, because you play this deck a lot, if you're going first, turn 1, is there any point in getting the boost on the Recital?
I personally, I don't see a point. I just, people actually play Ghost Ogre, so turn 1, I always summon them defense and never boost. This would be the point to Nib, but it looks like no Nib. So, okay, we are comboing here. Very optimal, detaching the Sapphire Swallow. I like to see this as well. If you detach Nerval, you play into DD Crow a little bit, right? Because you can chain DD Crow on the Nerval. Nerval won't get a search. So another correct play here. Searching the Celeste makes sense. You're going to want to special summon that off your Farah Jet later in your combo to get another search. There we go. Just don't forget your Nervall here. I do that sometimes, you know. He goes
There we
to the
go.
graveyard hiddenly, but he's gonna remember. Okay. So here comes the kit. So I think he might be going. It's hard to say. I never know if they're gonna go for like the Oath combo or not. But if they do banish 4, Imperm on Kit is pretty nasty. However, he does have the what's it called? He does have the Barrel Canary in his hand, and so he could hit. He can keep one of these birds in his graveyard to keep the Barrel Canary alive. But yeah, Imperm here is good. So if you only have one Imperm and you're going up against full combo, this is where you should do it, basically. No Imperm, though.
It looks like he doesn't have it.
It looks
So
like, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Bear, sorry.
So I was just gonna say, so from Zalika, we saw turn 1 that he's main decking Droplet. Do you think that would be enough to break through the board, or no?
Well, I think what we're going to see is we're going to see an Oath, I think, because if you're going to banish 4 for the commit like this, you almost always have Oath. I do believe in Oath, especially if you're going to play Small World. Your combo is so consistent. You have it so
we
often.
See it right there too.
Yeah, we see it right there. There comes the Oath. So, yep, this is just the full, it's just the whole shebang. It's not over. Like, for example, Droplet's TC Boo can work because, Oath can negate a Droplets. But a lot of the time, also, you still have to break the board, right, as a striker player, and that can be hard without Fusion Destiny. So we'll have to see. Yeah, this is just basically the full combo. He's gonna do that, put something back. Probably gonna go and use the Barrel Canary to even do the full combo. Like with the Ensemble, which I like because it's just good against Striker, and it makes another thing that they have to Droplet if they have it.
Try to find Zalika's list here. I'm actually really curious what they maybe could have cited in here.
Okay, yeah, take a look at that there. Yeah, so we're gonna see the Bird Call. This one was searched off the barrel. Interesting that he goes for Cobalt here. That surprises me. I would have expected some more follow-up. But I guess he just wants to discard it with the Karis. That's fair enough. Okay, so if he's going to just discard it with the Karis, he's just like, okay, I just don't want this in my deck anymore. I want the third bird engraved. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Here comes a Nib. Oh my god, does he have Nib Imperm? Oh, wait a second. I mean, you have to negate with Future.
Yeah, he has to. There's no way.
Oh
yep.
my god. No. Yeah, he did this at the right time. This is perfect. He doesn't have all 3 tri-types yet. You got to be careful. Right, you got to be careful. If you let that Karis resolve, this is a common mistake, but I think Zolki has played this really well. You got to be careful. Don't wait till the last moment to nib Imperm, because you can get your Imperm oathed once they have all 3 tri-types on the field. I think, luckily, he still has the Bouncer guy, but this is huge. Nib Imperm. I mean, it's just, that's exactly how you want to do it. As someone with Nib Imperm, that's exactly how you want to do it. There's just that moment. That moment is like the perfect moment, right before they Karis. So, wow. That's a pretty... that's pretty nasty, honestly. That's pretty nasty. I'm feeling for my heart is going out to Lampy right now as a fellow Bird player. Just because, like, you can't do anything about it, really. You sort of just have to let it go. He's not... Okay, so interesting. Lampy's this is really interesting. He's decided I'm not going to use my barrel this turn. Right? I'm going to sort of save it for next turn. To hopefully get the value out of it. But basically, it's really a question of if Sulkia, like, just completely bricks, which Prosperity for 6.
Yeah, Prospers are going to probably fix any potential brick here for sure.
Yeah. So, there's Fusion Destiny. So, that's basically a starter. In this deck. And yep, so he's gonna add the Fusion Destiny. And we know that that's not Ash in hand, so this is gonna resolve unless that's Imperial Order. Which would be hilarious, but oof, and the Ray as well. Ow. Ow, this is gonna hurt. Zeke to banish the token. Oof. Painful to watch.
Not gonna lie, this is a lot better of a showing for Striker than I initially expected, especially in this matchup too. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at the players list right now, and it looks like they were really, really well prepared for like Trialers or just like I guess any board in general.
Yeah, Nibiru has just been a killer today. I mean, it's probably it's basically in every deck right now. I feel like Nibiru, you just like have to play it. It's just so good. It's good against any like. I mean, look at this. This was the optimal board, and all I had to do is have an extra imperm, and boom, like
Mhm.
everything's broken. So, um, yeah, this is okay. Imperm on the Gagari. Okay, so it's not over, but it's looking bad. Like he needs like Nerval off the top here. Is what I'm saying. Like, you know, you need some crazy like Nerval off the top shenanigans here, right? You're gonna have to go Nerval, you know, Shirag, force the DPE, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then probably then go the Barrel Canary to summon back Cobalt to add like a DD Crow and make it like a Zeus or something like that. So you're really hoping for probably a Nerval here. But it's not looking good for Lampy here. Not looking good for the birds.
The other thing that we know is Zalika kept Antikabu's going second because we
Hmm.
saw it hit off the Pross. So there's a good chance that could be a Tikabu set right now, right there
That's
too.
that's true. That is very true. Let's see if you're right here. We're about to find out. Um,
Oh,
ah, God, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts to see.
looks like Res is fine, so I don't think that's Tikabu. I don't know if it matters because DP pop and then
His res is fine, but this will go into the this will go into the stuff that the thing that can't be popped.
mhm.
Um, so not over. The problem is that like I just don't think Zeus is enough here. We know that's an engage in his hand, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna attack for 0. Um, yeah, attack for 0. Chain that. Don't chain draw.
That's
Ow.
everything.
Ow. Yeah, so not even gonna let his opponent get a Zeus. Um, dang. Yeah, you know, this is. It has to be like Ash, and even Ash is probably not good enough because he's got Celestial Draw next turn as well. Um, but I think we're about to see the end here.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm. Set 2, Celestial Draw. DP can pop itself in the tanky to let the engage resolve. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. We're gonna pour out a cold one for Lampy, but we probably will see Zolkia in top 4. So Striker probably moving on to top 4. If Lampy wins this match, this game, it will be literally the greatest comeback I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't know how he can do it. I can't even think of a possible solution. But of course, it's not, you know, if he concedes, there's no point because he's just gonna lose
Mhm.
anyway. It's not like he's saving time, so
Yeah.
you know, you might as well
So
play it
like
out.
we brought it up at the beginning that Sword Soul 0% conversion rate, and for Striker we found on Discord that 5 players actually played Striker in the tournament. 2 of them converted to top 8, so it's actually insane showing for them.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it looks like Burst is about to be knocked out in top 8 as well. So, you know, I don't think Lampy's feeling too bad. He's walking away from this event with a big plus for sure, a big plus.
Mhm.
Um, but you know, it is it doesn't feel good. Let me put it that way. It doesn't feel good. Um, so, you know, now we see Engage. Somehow Azilkia had started this turn with 2 cards. Now he's got 5. So, or 6. Here comes the DP back. Okay, here's like the last hurrah from Lampy here. Yeah. He's got the Shark Cannon, so there's no Barrel Canary tricks.
I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. The game is
The game is over.
gone.
The game is over. So congratulations to Zilkia. He's gonna move on. Here comes Barrel Canary target. Just Shark Cannon the Brown, if you would like. He's gonna let it go. Okay. I mean, honestly, there's probably not even Xyz left to make. He's got
Yeah.
ensemble. He's got ensemble. So you probably just pop that. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you do. Oh, does he have TC boot here? You're thinking on the search. Thinking on the search. Droplets. Pitch Fusion Destiny. Yep. Makes sense. DP pop. Yep, makes sense. I forgot he couldn't use the Shark Cannon because of the DPE, but
Yeah.
okay.
So now all the striker spells are now live. I don't think there's any way Lappy can play through multiple interruptions here.
Yeah,
Not
and
even one additional one.
and he can't even link summon anymore. Yeah. That's GG. He can normal this. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's the end of the game.
GG. Okay, so we're gonna see Zolkia. I don't know why I keep saying Zolkia. Man, now I understand why people mispronounce names like on stream so often. For some reason, it's hard to read. It's Zolika. He is going to be moving on to top 4, guys. We are going to probably look for another match to stream. We've still got 11 minutes left in the round. Let's take a look here and see if we can see if we got any matches left going on. We've got table 4, actually. We've got Maybe It's Destiny versus You Broke My Heart. We could head over there and take a look at how that's going on here. Maybe they're done. Oh, looks like maybe table 4 is done too. I don't see them.
Yeah, they're not in the game, unfortunately.
They're not in the game. So it looks like that is it. I'm gonna go take a look at the results for you guys, and we're gonna see sort of what we're gonna be seeing in top 4. So let me take a look for you guys on that here. Let's see. Let's look at the match results here. Okay, so let's go all the way to the present. Okay, so table 2. We had Julian win. I think that is Drytron. Although there was a Drytron mirror match on table 2, so I guess that makes sense. Table 1, Zoltan wins, and it looks like in our Dragon Link versus PK matchup, I think PK ended up winning. We have PK. I think there's a couple PKs still left. We have Striker, maybe another Striker. I don't know. Top 8 is done though, and I don't think there's no Dragon Link. No birds left, for sure. No, and we lost one Drytron player, so it might be like double Striker or double PK in the top 4, one or the other, which is kind of crazy, actually, to think about.
I'm still blown away by the fact that he's playing 46 in Striker. That's crazy to me.
That is crazy. But Prosperity is one heck of a drug, like that card is crazy. Top 8 was pretty quick. I think, Barry, this is where you're gonna leave us, which is really sad. I know
it's heartbreaking. I'm sorry.
I know we had a good time. I mean, we had some really cool matches. The last round of Swiss was fantastic. Top 8, it was tough to see. It was like watching a heartbreak unfold before you.
Maybe for you because you play Bird, but I was rooting for the Striker play the entire time.
Okay, so it was like the love story then. The love story.
That was like the revenge game for all the times I suffered at locals, like the last 2 weeks playing against Bird. That was the revenge game.
That was the revenge game. Okay. Well, thank you guys all for watching. We will be back very shortly. Top 4 is about to start. Don't go anywhere. Say thank you to Bear. Go subscribe to Barracks Bear. And we will see you for top 4. The pairings are about to be posted, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back.